Okay, let's start this video with a small trivia to test how smart our #Team TechWiser really is. Out of all smartphone brands you see, which one has a strong grip from mid-range all the way up to flagship? Go ahead, pause the video. Think, drop your guess in the comments below. Don't cheat or otherwise you'll fail in all your exams. For those of you who guessed Samsung, congrats, you've got an eagle's eye. Or maybe just really good taste in smartphones. And here's the crazy part, it's just not your and mine guess. It's the reality. Samsung is back on the top of the global smartphone charts. They shipped over 58 million phones last quarter. That's almost 8% higher than last year. Meanwhile, Apple slipped to number 2. Now, out of all Samsung's lineup, there's one series that has become a cult favorite online, the FE series. And the essence has been features that make it almost flagship but at an affordable price. It all started with the Galaxy S25 FE, and that phone sold over 10 million units worldwide, making it one of Samsung's best-selling flagships ever. Then came the S21 FE, which became an instant hit online. Then the S23 FE, the S24 FE carried or will carry that same legacy forward. Only time will tell. And now we have the all-new Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. So what's new this year? How's the camera performance and why does this phone sell a lot? Well, let's find out. Pradeep, TechWiser, let's effing go. Inside the box you get the phone, some paperwork, a SIM ejector tool and a Type-C to Type-C cable. Very flagship level experience, and 5 specific reasons why this phone sells a lot. Number 1 has to be the almost flagship build. At first glance, the Samsung Galaxy S25 FE looks, well, very Samsung. Flat sides, slim bezels, and that clean triple camera island on the back. The metallic frames on the side, which has been continuing since the S21 FE. It's armor aluminum now, used on the S25 series. By the way, this video is made in collaboration with Samsung, but the observations are based on our testing. Now, the S25 FE comes in 3 colors, and personally, I like this blue color. Looks royal in my opinion. The back here has a matte finish, which is a new thing because the S23 and S24 FE used to have that glossy back. In fact, the surprise this year is the back material. I rubbed a key over it and it wears off. Now, the reason the scratches disappear this year because the back is now glass, and it also has Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus protection. This year the FE is thin and light compared to the S24 FE. Just like celebs, phones are also going on a keto diet. Overall, it looks flagship. Like one of our team members assumed I'm using the S25 Plus. And to top of all of that, it also has IP68 water and dust resistance. You also get Qi 2 wireless charging this year, so you can charge it at 15 watt. That USB Type-C port is USB 3.2, so the FE series somehow still retain all those top of the line build specs. And the second thing that makes it almost a flagship is the display. The S25 FE comes with a 6.7-inch display, and after a lot of requests from the previous FE series, the bezels are now finally thinner. So I was watching Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha on Netflix. The movie looks sharp and the colors look punchy. Like Korean series are very vibrant. Even it looks quite bright as well. By the way, there is support for HDR on Netflix and YouTube, but what elevates the movie watching experience is speaker, because it comes with Dolby Atmos. In fact, I was using these IEMs and you can turn on Dolby Atmos and it actually enhances the wired audio experience. And outdoors while using maps or booking rides, the display is adequately bright. Now the third thing that makes it almost flagship is the camera. So the triple camera setup on the S25 FE is same as last year's S24 FE, and the pictures come from it are social media ready. Like the pictures look vibrant, the greens and the blues are made to look punchy a bit, but with skin tones it doesn't change in processing. They look very close to natural. Even if you zoom in a bit, there are details on the face. Next, in telephoto, the portrait photos look so good. Even the background blur here looks natural. In terms of zoom, it can go up to max 30x, or side by side you can see photos from 1x to 30x. Like it's not that AI generated photo, but it's usable. The ultra wide angle here clicks decent photos. There's not much of a color shift between main and ultra wide angle, and it also has enough details. And we got a little bit curious, like the S25 FE has the same processor as the S24, almost similar camera specs. So we took some photos side by side with the S24. The S25 FE photos have slightly better light control, and even the colors and skin tone looks closer to the natural on the S25 FE. I think this is because of the new One UI 8 software update. So this video is shot in 4K 60 FPS, and you can have an idea of the video as well as mic quality, and finally it feels good to step outside after that week of heavy rains. By the way, we used audio eraser in all of these clips, and it's actually a very useful tool. Like, have a listen to the before audio. And now the S25 FE can also shoot in portrait video at 4K, and you can have an idea of the background blur, and even if I move my hand, it doesn't get glitchy. In fact, I can jump and all. And there are a couple of additions this year, like you can shoot 4K 120 FPS slow-mo on the S25 FE. And the second is you get an upgraded 12 megapixel selfie camera. And here are some selfies that we took. And of course, it's the Samsung HDR processing. The skin tones look closer to natural. And the edge detection on the portrait mode is just... See, overall, if you don't pixel peep or you're a normal user who just posts photos on social media, the camera setup on the S25 FE is closer to the S24 or the S25 series. Now, apart from the cameras, what makes the phone flagship is software. The S25 FE runs on the One UI 8 based on the latest Android 16. Now, there isn't much of a difference in One UI 8 visually. It's very similar to One UI 7. If you see the settings page, the quick settings, and the notification panel, in fact, the whole UI feels so vibrant and premium here. And just like the flagship S25 series, the S25 FE also has the Now Brief and the Now Bar as well. So in Now Brief, if you have a Galaxy Watch, it shows health stats, weather, YouTube video recommendations, etc. Now you can also do a 90-10 split of the apps and you can switch between them smoothly. Another new feature here is audio broadcast. Just scan the QR code and now you can listen to the playlist with your special someone or a lot of people. In simple words, your phone is broadcasting audio to as much TWS as possible. The only catch is your TWS should support Bluetooth LE audio. Also, there's one really good One UI 8 feature, like all of us have a lot of screenshots on our phone. So now in Gallery under the screenshot folder, it automatically categorizes the screenshot. So it's quick to search between those random screenshots and important ones. Now, how can we forget about Galaxy AI features? Because a smartphone without AI is like TikTok coming back to India. Impossible, man. Like, first of all, you get AI Eraser, and this is one of my most used tool. In fact, Galaxy AI has one of the best AI Eraser. See, I have this image over here where I have half covered my face with a cup. I'll select the cup and erase it and see it can draw my face back. Like, damn, it can recognize the pattern. And along with other AI features, you also get Audio Eraser on the S25 FE. Previously, this was launched with the Z Fold and Z Flip 7. Now, apart from software features, there are also ecosystem features. You can use a Samsung laptop keyboard and trackpad to control your phone, attend calls and all of that and many more. But the best part is the S25 FE is also getting 7 years of OS and 7 years of security update. This is like one of the few phones other than flagships to have 7 years of updates. Now, the reason why the FE is almost flagship instead of flagship is performance. Like, why I say so? Because usually the FE series comes with last year's flagship processor. So the S25 FE comes with Exynos 2400, which is the same chip that the S24 and the S24 Plus came with last year. So does that mean it performs the same as S24? Well, to find that out, we ran the AnTuTu benchmark. So the S25 FE scores almost 4 lakh more than the S24. Even we ran CPU throttling test and the S25 FE performs better here. Even in 3D Mark, it gets better score than the S24. So this higher score I feel is because of the larger size and better thermals. Now, how does it perform in real life tasks? So first, we are editing a 4K video in Instagram edit apps. In this, we have applied filter, text and audio. Both of them complete the export in same time. Now, how do they perform in heavy tasks? So we played 2 games, BGMI and Genshin Impact. In BGMI on S24, you can play it at 120 FPS max, whereas on the S25 FE is just 60 FPS as of now. But I believe this should go 120 FPS after an update. And it's not just this phone. Many phones get 120 FPS options later via software update. So we just played it on S25 FE and the gameplay was smooth here. There was not much heating. Even we played Wuthering Waves, and in heavy intense fight scenes, the FPS was around 45 to 50 on both the phones, and the S25 FE was just a bit warm. Overall in performance, the S25 FE performs very similar to the S24, and in benchmarks, it scores better because the S25 FE has liquid thermal material to keep the phone cool. And the final reason which makes the FE sell a lot is sales. Like, the FE on a sale is the sweetest deal. And when you see these features from a top brand, it automatically makes the FE series so popular. Now, before we get to the conclusion, this year the S25 FE comes with an upgraded 4900 mAh battery, which is a slight increase from 4700 mAh on the S24 FE from last year. And in our short usage of watching content, scrolling reels, playing games and using navigation, it easily lasted me a day. However, we have only used it for a couple of days now and we would need more time to speak on battery. And now the S25 FE supports 45 watt fast charging and it takes about 45-50 minutes to charge the battery 100%. So is the Galaxy S25 FE worth it? Well, here's the thing. The phone is called Fan Edition for a reason. It's basically Samsung asking, what if we gave you almost everything from the S25 series, but at a price that doesn't wreck your wallet? And the S25 FE nails that formula again. You're getting almost flagship build with a new matte finish and those premium colors, almost flagship display, flagship level features like IP68, USB-C 3.2, and even Qi2 wireless charging, flagship software with all Galaxy AI features, and the biggest one, the FE is priced aggressively in sales. That's why it wins the online crowd every single time. Sure, it's not a full flagship. The Exynos 2400 means performance is a step behind the Ultra, but the reality is most of us might not care about scoring 2 extra FPS in Genshin. They care about a phone that looks premium, lasts long, takes solid photos, and doesn't break the bank. Who doesn't like value for money phone? And that's why the FE series works. So currently the S25 FE should be priced at like 59,999 including bank discount and offer. So if you're buying during the sale, the FE series is hands down one of the smartest Samsung buys right now. We'll answer all the sales questions for the next 1 hour. On that note, this is signing off. See you in the next video. Pew pew pew.